A Boston police officer is found dead in the snow. His girlfriend is arrested and charged with murder. Prosecutors claim she struck him with her SUV and left him to die in freezing temperatures. But thousands of people believe something far more disturbing happened that night. Was Karen Redd responsible for the death of Officer John O'Keefe? Or was she made the perfect scapegoat in a case filled with unanswered questions, conflicting evidence, and allegations of a massive cover-up? This is the story that divided a city, sparked nationwide controversy, and left one haunting question unanswered. What really happened to John O'Keefe? On the night of January 28, 2022, Boston police officer John O'Keefe and his girlfriend, Karen Reed, spent the evening with friends. As the night went on, a winter storm began moving through the area. According to investigators, the couple eventually headed toward a gathering at a fellow law enforcement officer's home in Canton, Massachusetts. What happened next would become the center of one of the most controversial criminal cases in recent American history. Hours later, John O'Keefe was discovered unconscious in the snow outside the residence. Despite emergency efforts, he was pronounced dead. Authorities quickly began searching for answers.
Investigators soon focused their attention on Karen Reed. Prosecutors alleged that after an argument, Redd backed her vehicle into O'Keefe, causing fatal injuries before leaving the scene. Evidence presented by the prosecution included vehicle damage, witness testimony, and statements allegedly made by Redd following the incident. To prosecutors, the case appeared straightforward: a tragic argument, a deadly collision, a woman attempting to avoid responsibility. But the defense had a completely different story, and that story would ignite a firestorm of controversy. Karen Reed's defense team argued that John O'Keefe was never struck by her vehicle. Instead, they suggested that he may have been injured elsewhere and that evidence was manipulated to support a false narrative. The defense pointed to inconsistencies in witness statements, questions about investigative procedures, and concerns regarding how evidence was collected and handled. Supporters of Reed began rallying around the case. Social media exploded with debates. Online investigators analyzed every detail. Soon, the case became far bigger than a single criminal trial. It became a battle over trust, power, and justice.
As court proceedings continued, public opinion became deeply divided. Some believed the evidence clearly pointed toward Karen Reed's guilt. Others argued that investigators ignored alternative explanations and focused too heavily on a single suspect. Outside the courthouse, supporters gathered regularly. Inside the courtroom, attorneys fought over evidence, witness credibility, and competing theories about what happened that snowy night. The more information emerged, the more polarized the public became. What should have been a straightforward murder trial turned into a national spectacle.
The trial attracted massive media attention. Witnesses were questioned extensively. Experts challenged one another's conclusions. Jurors were asked to evaluate a complex web of evidence, conflicting testimony, and competing narratives. Both sides claimed the facts supported their version of events, but reaching a unanimous conclusion proved difficult. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury faced a problem: they could not agree. In a dramatic development, the trial ended with a hung jury. No unanimous verdict, no conviction, no acquittal. The case that had captivated the nation remained unresolved. For supporters of Karen Redd, it was a sign that reasonable doubt existed. For prosecutors, it meant the fight was far from over. And for the family of John O'Keefe, the search for justice continued. Years after that snowy morning, the questions remain. Did Karen Reed strike John O'Keefe with her vehicle? Was crucial evidence misunderstood? Or does the truth lie somewhere between the competing narratives? One thing is certain: the death of John O'Keefe continues to spark fierce debate, emotional arguments, and endless speculation. Until a final legal resolution is reached, one mystery remains at the center of it all. What really happened on that cold winter night in Canton, Massachusetts? If you enjoyed this true crime documentary, subscribe and turn on notifications for more real cases, mysteries, and criminal investigations.